Well, that would please a lot of people, wouldn't it? Yeah.
It won't please anyone. This is such a gorgeous robot. Somebody in there said, how can that robot lose? It's too sexy.
Oh, sometimes it happens.
Bad luck chased us.
Yeah.
What was it? Why were you stuck?
You know what it is? The hydraulic valve's jammed. But usually we can cure it by adjusting the controls here. And usually, well, it's worked every time. But just out there, it didn't. So
Amazing,
it's
just
one of those things.
But some of the damage you caused.
Yeah, we didn't do enough actually. We disabled them. But you just don't know. But that's usually a self-curing problem. But
it's only a game.
Yeah.
It's only a game, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Destiny says you go through.
And we'll be back.
Yes.
A little bit of cosmetic work.
Just a little bit. Can I have a look close up at what happened round here?
Yeah, it's spoiled the paint a bit.
When we drew Razer, we knew we were going to have a hard battle. But you go in to win, that's what we're here for. You come in to check a bit of damage, so we got some.
Good, you certainly
Only
did.
battle scars.
Worried about the damage? We don't care a jot, say Aggrobot. Next up, Blade against Agent Orange. Wonder what sort of tactics Blade will use this time around.
Same as last time, straight in.
Yeah, straight in, bit of slashing and ripping. Yeah, that's it really. We feel pretty confident. Ish.
Rising towards the arena gods in their red shirts from Newbury, the Blade team. And there, Peter and Phil Duncanson and Agent Orange.
Roboteers, stand by.
Blade is certainly the quicker of these robots. Josh, Ben and Jeff, and Agent Orange, and the cousins.
3, 2, 1, activate.
And it's Peter and Phil Duncanson who take Agent Orange to the centre of the arena. They're the great cutting claw now at the front, wide open, like some great insect mandibles, jaws ready to clamp on Blade. The front rotors spinning wildly. Aggression coming back in on the attack of Agent Orange, but Agent Orange seems to have Blade clamped there. Oh, and in comes the pickaxe. Like some mental woodpecker. Gone astray, gone mad. As Blade spins away, very dangerously towards Matilda, and those ferocious eyes burning bright in the middle of the night. Oh! And up goes Blade, flipped by the arena spikes coming jumping out of the arena floor, and Agent Orange here can cause damage not only to the blade, but the underside of its opponent. Just pushing it back towards Matilda. Great tactics being used by Agent Orange. And Peter Duncanson and Phil Duncanson. Peter loves throwing himself down a hill on his belly. He calls himself a land diver. I call him a little bit foolish. A little bit on the brainstorming side. Agent Orange flipping that big pickaxe backwards, forward, like some metronome, trying to create a beat on the arena floor. And there goes Matilda. After good work by Blade, pushing Agent Orange into that CPZ. Matilda's tusks underneath Agent Orange. Oh, tusk, Matilda, you should have finished it off. Agent Orange bashes back. Good stuff. Real rumble going on out there now. Rumbustious stuff. Away from the flames, Agent Orange turns. Almost like a great hippo flicking a fly off its back, look, with this pickaxe. And in comes Blade on the attack. Well, those blades can cause no damage there, spinning against thin air. Agent Orange, ooh, just slowed here to a halt, I wonder. In comes Shunt on Blade, but Agent Orange hasn't moved for a while. Just turning very, very slowly. The Duncanson boys, I think have problems there. Could be a major problem. Certainly, paint and tape ripped from the side. Blade spinning, a jig of delight. They think they've won it.
Well, we've gone for a judge's decision, and the decision is 2-1 in favour of Blade. Blade goes through.
Danced a kind of semi-dangerous tango for most of it.
Did right
really,
at the start. When it first minute was a bit all right. Looked promising anyway.
It wasn't the most exciting battle we've seen here on
No, it
Robotwars
wasn't,
now.
no.
I'm sorry to say it. I know it's very rude. But you know, next time we come back with sparks flying and things.
Well, we'll still get a judge's decision.
I think it was because you were too evenly matched.
And They dance themselves dizzy. Agent Orange, Blade through, and Aggrobot, of course. And there's the Heat C final. Blade against Aggrobot.
Two robots about to go head-to-head for a place in our series semi-finals. What is it? It's the third and final round.
Live from the front line, as they go into battle.
The Aggrobots. We work all day and we work all night. We've come here to fight, and fight we will.
We just want to get it over and done with, because the lawnmower blade on there. My mum comes back off holiday tomorrow, and I'm going to have to put it back. Yeah.
So it would be called No Blade?
No blade, yeah. You got it.
We couldn't be fighting a nicer bunch of guys.
Thank
you very much. I wish we could say the same about you.
Let's hope they'll be doing this after the battle.
This is how Aggrobot got through to the Heat final. First of all, Binky spiked, and then ripping the shell off Matilda, who has a long and brutal memory. Razer causing damage to Aggrobot, looked the favourite, but in trying to create more, pinned itself on the floor, and Razer was out. And the Blade boys through against Spike on a judge's decision, Spike taking damage. This was after the ceasefire had been called. They celebrated, but it was skullduggery. And then another judge's decision, but paid to Agent Orange, leaving Blade through to the final.
Robotiers, stand by.
Aggrobot. No tiny tots, time in knots, the nasty Aggrobots. And Blade with John Ainsley, Ben and Jeffrey.
One. Activate.
Little Ben's heroes, Bruce Willis. And he'd love to see some great attacking adventurism in the Willis style from Blade. Aggrobot, is it dragging Blade? Is Blade doing the pushing there? With those rotors in the front. Certainly the nippiest robot we've had in the heat. Blade spinning away from the flame and also shunt in the corner patrol zone, you can see there. Aggrobot with the tongue lashing in the front and the spike in the rear. Looks like some great tank out there, doesn't it, with those nasty eyes. Gruesome teeth. Oh, and in comes Shunt there with the great axe going down to create damage. Let's see if it did cause any. No! That's very rare. 3mm thick steel with shatterproof polycarbonate aluminium on the top of Blade. And it's paid off the design. No damage whatsoever. And that must be worrying for the Aggrobot team. Pushed against the wall there. And stuck, I think. Are they immobilised against the wall? In comes Blade. One or two shoves, no damage caused, but Aggrobot is freed. Well, no lying in their cots for the Aggrobots. Out they come, but very, very slowly. And I do think Aggrobot is in trouble. There's just a suspicion of smoke as well there. Can you see it? I don't know whether Aggrobot's on fire or whether it's the flame from the pit. It's being edged towards the pit by Blade. And Blade here is the surprise of this heat. And turning up the heat now on Aggrobot. Well, the Blade boys lived on kebabs while they were making this robot. And at the moment, it's Aggro. Ooh, sheesh. It's being cooked there on the spit. In comes Dead Metal. And ready to grind down on the shell of Aggrobot. Took 4 weeks to build by the Leach brothers, Aggrobot. In comes Killalot. The end is nigh, I feel. That's a painful grimace on the front of Aggrobot. Lifted into the air, spun against the blade of Dead Metal. Churning and grinding and sparking. And it's spark out Aggrobot, I should think now. Simply hauled towards the pit of oblivion, or maybe more damage, because you now belong to us, Aggrobot, says Killalot. Ha-ha! What's this? On to the Phillipa!
Cease.
A finale Phillipa for Aggrobot. Beaten in the heat final. Roly-poly, topsy-turvy, over and out. A merciful ending as well after the damage sustained to Aggrobot. There, look at Dead Metal's Blade. And Blade the winners. A major surprise.
Aggrobot malfunctioned. Torch chopped and flamed. Blade goes through to our series semi-finals. Well, if a tiger gets angry, he'll show you his claws, but we'll show you flamethrowers on Robot Wars. Bye-bye.
A duet from Tom Jones and Catatonia's Keris Matthews, Jamie Peakston with Top of the Pops on BBC One next.